Hey friends, welcome back to Creator Best Life for a brand new video. I'm Kimani and today we have another review. Quick side note, there is construction going on down the street for me, so if you hear any drills, hammering, that is why. You should already know what's part of my routine. If you like this video and you're driving with all of my content in the channel, please give me a thumbs up. Please share with a friend if you think they would enjoy content like this. Please hit the notification bell so you're alerted every single time that I post a brand new video, and most importantly, hit the subscribe button so you let me know that I'm doing a good job here and you are enjoying yourself. Okay, now let's talk about Reptile. Okay, so I'm gonna read the log line for you guys so that you know a little bit about what it is before I get into the review. So Reptile is a thriller, mystery, horror genre type of film on Netflix. It follows the brutal murder of a young real estate agent. A hardened detective attempts to uncover the truth in a case where nothing is as it seems, and by doing so, dismantles the illusions in his own life. And y'all already know that I took some notes on my film and TV journal. So to get started, Reptile was directed by Grant Singer, and he was also one of the writers along with Benjamin Brewer. Our film stars Benicio del Toro plays Detective Nichols, Justin Timberlake plays Will Grady, and Alicia Silverstone plays Detective Nichols' wife, Judy. So first, what drew me into this story is the fact that I saw Justin Timberlake, Benicio del Toro. I love both of their acting. I'm so happy to see Justin Timberlake in a new movie, as well as Alicia Silverstone. And I mostly wanted to see it because it was a thriller, mystery, and y'all know that's my jam. So I was ready to soak that up, because at first we were gonna watch Haunting of Hill House again last night, because like I told you guys, I'm into writing horrors and thrillers now, and I wanna see better understand how well they go. But instead we said, let's try something new, and we landed on Reptile. Now, I personally do not like to look up the reviews or the ratings of films before I go see them. I want to have my own opinion beforehand. However, my husband loves to look at the reviews ahead of time, and I'm trying to get him to get into just seeing it at face value, trying to get your feel for yourself, but it's a journey. So the story is set in Scarborough. I honestly don't even know where that is. I think it's in Georgia, because they were talking about Stone Mountain, which I have been to, so maybe I should probably look that up. Our story starts out with this couple. Justin Timberlake's character, Will Grady, is in this relationship. We're assuming that he is married, but it is unveiled that he is not in fact married to this young woman. He and she are real estate agents, and it's also shared in the beginning that his mother is a real estate agent as well, and they own this company together. So it starts out with them having a weird interaction. You think that it's just interesting couple stuff, So what happens is Will Grady is at this event. He is about to speak, and his mother is there, and you can tell that he is visibly angry. And when he gets home, we see that the young woman, his girlfriend, is in bed, and he wakes her up, and he's upset that she did not come to his event. So he is so pissed that he grabs his blanket and his pillow and goes downstairs to sleep on the couch. Cut to the next day. The young woman, the girlfriend, is at this home. She is showing. She's waiting for more people to come in. It showed on the screen that she has texted Will Grady to come by this house. We don't see who enters the home, and he gets worried that she's not answering the home. So it cuts from him driving to the home to her being dead. So he discovers her stabbed to death. Obviously, he's visibly upset, so one is assuming that he has no idea what has happened to his girlfriend, aside from the fact that she is dead. So cut to introducing Detective Nichols. This guy is someone who has been a cop for a very, very long time. He has an old-time partner who, it was revealed, was a dirty cop. We find out that this guy is a dirty cop, but his backstory, we see a little bit of him and his wife and his friends. We see them interacting, having a good time. He and his wife seem to have this great relationship, who is obviously Alicia Silverstone, which I said. And so they are having work done on their house. They're getting their kitchen remodeled, and so that is the point in time that we meet them. So Detective Nichols is on this case, and he is trying to figure out who murdered this young woman. And of course, they have Justin Timberlake's character, Will Grady, sitting in the interrogation room, because it's always the case that they investigate the significant other first, because oftentimes it is a crime of passion. That's what they're assuming, because when the coroner had examined her body, it was revealed that she was stabbed so hard that they had to pull the knife out of her body, like the actual bone. Okay, so not to reveal too much, I just wanted to give my general thoughts on the film. Reptile was very much so a slow burn, which we are okay with because we were excited to see how it played out. Murder mysteries are always a great time. So I felt like it was really great build up. I feel like the characters were moving in a great direction. We are trying to figure out who is who, and they're introducing different red herrings here and there, which I love. I was eating it up. Now here's where they lost me. I personally feel like the way that the mystery was unveiled and the killer slash killers were revealed was rushed. It just seemed like it was too many moving parts, and the payoff did not feel satisfying. Like, I felt like it was too many people in cahoots. It was a lot going on to where I felt like it was not, like I said, it just wasn't satisfying. I felt like the ending just did not give me the conclusion that I needed to give. And of course, films, stories, they're all objective, right? So who am I to tell somebody how to end their story? However, as an audience member, both myself and Matt felt like it needed a little more. Some of the characters felt a little underdeveloped in that we didn't see much of their lives outside of just this general story. Sorry, my camera battery died. But what I really felt about the characters was that we did not get to see much of them outside of the little bubble of this world. And the reason I say that is from an audience member. I felt like I needed more of Will Grady's life and a little more details about his mom's character, as well as his dead girlfriend's estranged husband. But I do recognize that Benicio del Toro's character was the main character. It was about his journey in tackling this crime. And obviously they did show bits and pieces of how his life was unraveling. And so one thing that was interesting about some of the scenes, it had him have these fears of his wife's infidelity, and I wanted to see more of, were there any cracks in their relationship to make him feel this way? Because then he kind of started wigging out on the contractor that was helping to fix their kitchen, and she would be laughing and joking with him like that. Of course, like, this dude is here in their house all day, every day. So it had Nichols thinking that his wife Judy could have potentially been cheating on him, or maybe the contractor was just overstepping, obviously, or he was just really insecure, and maybe it was just because he felt like he couldn't trust anybody throughout the whole movie, and maybe that's just the nature of his job. He always is constantly checking and like analyzing people's trust and their underlying motives. But I wish that it was more indication of their relationship. And I get that this film was more genre plot driven, and maybe that's why I didn't enjoy it as well as I probably could have, because I prefer character driven stories. So obviously that could be a me issue. It might not be anything wrong with the movie. However, I did check the reviews, and on Rotten Tomatoes it was a 45%. So it wasn't majority of people that enjoyed the movie. Now there's still time because it just came out, so we'll see how it unfolds. So back to our characters, I just wanted to say how much of a breath of fresh air it was to see Justin Timberlake acting again. It's been a while. Maybe he's been in some stuff and I just haven't seen it for a while. I know he had, gotten married. He popped out his wife popped out some kids, but they are building their family. And then COVID and the strike and just a lot going on. But it was just nice to see him in this film. And I know this was filmed obviously before the strike. But it was also kind of great to see him as like this darker character, because usually he would play in the comedies. He'd play like the love interest. And I just thoroughly enjoyed seeing his darker side, and that's just me because I'm such a weirdo and love dark stuff in general. But it was great to see him there, as well as see Alicia Silverstone in another movie. I must say that Benicio del Toro killed his role. He was the best in this film, and I know I've seen him in other films. I'll have to pinpoint which other ones that I've seen him in, but he's a phenomenal actor, and he was probably one of the best parts of this film. So wrapping up, I do see why the film did not do well as they probably thought that it would do. And I'm sure that they had to cut some scenes. It was a long movie. It was over 2 hours long. So I'm sure they had to cut some scenes if it was already that long. And that's just the nature of the business and creating and building a story. But I just, you know, it just felt, it felt like some things were missing. Like even the title, Reptile, I just did not get any of the references to Reptile from the dialogue, and it was just 2 mentions of it in imagery. And the girlfriend who was murdered in the beginning, she was in the house and she moved something on the floor, and it was this snake skin. A snake obviously had shed skin in the house and left the skin, and we never saw the snake. But then another scene, one of her old friends, I think her back tattoo was supposed to look like snake scales. I could be wrong, but it definitely looks like snake skin to me, as you know, drawn on her. But I don't remember it actually being addressed. And maybe Reptile is like when you call people snake, like someone's getting backstabbed or someone that you can't trust. Maybe that's why it was supposed to be like metaphorical, but I'm not sure. I just didn't understand it, and maybe I should go watch some interviews or like look up any type of commentary that the writers and the director may have shared. But I didn't get it, unless it was just as simple as it being a metaphor for people that you can't trust. But I don't know. All in all, I did enjoy it. I just wish that the ending had a better payoff than it actually did. So would I watch it again? Probably not. What would I rate it? I would give it I'll give it a 3 out of 5. And I must say the music was spooky. They had a lot of not jump scares, but kind like the music would reach a crescendo, and sometimes it would just be random. For instance, the music was building tension for us, where Detective Nichols was supposed to be searching for something. He had just left a witness, not a witness, he had just left a potential suspect, and he was supposed to be researching stuff and whatnot. So then they cut to him sitting in front of his laptop. The laptop is facing the audience. So then when the music stopped, you see the computer screen, and he's looking at kitchen faucets for his house. So, I mean, that was cute. It was fun. It was, you know, they tried to add elements of lightheartedness. It was some fun banter between him and his current partner, who did not want to get married, but after having a near-death experience, to go ahead and pull the plug and go ahead and get married. He invited him to the wedding. And personally, I feel like the movie was trying to include too many elements, and it just had too many moving pieces. Like the puzzle was just too big. It was a lot of steps. I feel like as an audience member, those thoughts are valid because we just didn't get it. So like I said, art is subjective. I really want to know what you guys think. Hit me down below in the comments and let's talk about it. And if you enjoyed the video, tell me that in the comments as well. Don't forget to like it. Don't forget to share with a friend. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you enjoyed yourself, because I can't wait to keep bringing more reviews to you guys. I've got another one coming soon. We just watched Changeling. Thoroughly enjoying it so far. I have very, very high hopes. And once again, I did not read any of the reviews or check the ratings. So I can't wait to talk to you guys in a brand new video, guys. Until next time, bye. Stop it. What do you want to see?